Luke, you must be pleased to get away with that, being a couple of goals down throughout the match, but really, put the result beyond doubt, in the last quarter.
Yeah, it was great. It was a credit to our team that we really fought it out right to the end. We had a fairly poor start to the game, and Melbourne looked up and about early, but to our credit, we kept fighting and eventually got the result.
Is is the away factor no longer a fear, or because you guys won I think 4 on the road this year, whereas in the past it was you hadn't had the best record on the road.
Yeah, by virtue of the fact that we've won some pretty good games over in Melbourne this year, it's great for our confidence as a team and as a young team to get some good wins in Melbourne, and that's the place to win games of football really. So it was good for us, and particularly against Melbourne, a side that's probably had the wood over us, particularly in Melbourne the last couple of years. So it was very satisfying to get the win.
Is it concerning the slow starts, or more satisfying how you're able to turn around in the second half?
Yeah, well, it was concerning the slow start. That's something we want to rectify and rectify pretty quickly. But we fought it out, and that's a good sign for us. And we've managed to really fight and stay in games a lot this year. So I think that's showing some good signs for the future.
Down back, Groves, is he okay? And Lee Spur did a great job coming in.
Yeah, Grover's fine. He was a bit sore from last week, but I have no doubt he'll be up the next couple of weeks. But Lee Spur came in and did the job that was required of him, which was great.
Must give you confidence a guy can come step straight in last minute and perform so well.
Yeah. He's played I think 1 or 2 games for us this year, and he's got some real ability, and he was prepared and mentally and physically prepared to go, and knew that Grover was going to be left right up until the last minute. So for him to step in was a great result.
You're keen to see Zach Dawson back as well, and do you think he's getting pretty close there?
Yeah, Zach will hopefully appear in the next couple of weeks as well. I've really enjoyed playing with him in defence this year, and we had some real chemistry earlier in the year. So the sooner we can get him back, the better.
Is that where you talk about the chemistry, him coming in, were you surprised at how quickly the two of you worked well together? Yeah,
I was. That's always going to be an interesting one. When a new player comes into the system, and I've played with Grover for a long time and guys like that. So, but I think that the good thing about Zach is he came in and was already across Ross Lyon's game plan, so he knew very from the outset what Ross required of him and of the team. So he was really sort of leading the way in that area and coaching the rest of us almost in defence how Ross Lyon wanted us to play.
What about in terms of the top 8? It's St Kilda, North Melbourne, you guys. It's getting pretty tight around that to get that 7th, 8th spot. And that win was vital. How do you see the rest of the season panning out?
Look, I know it's a bit cliche, but we can't look any further than next week, and there's no easy victories, at this level, and we take on a team in 8 days' time that we have to get our head around, and we'll be looking, to win that game, and play as hard as we can, and then we can't really look beyond that at this point.
GWS, they're considered an easy beat.
Yeah, but I don't think there's no easy beats, and I've been in this competition long enough to know that if you come 10% off your game, then you can really get stung. So we'll be training very hard this week and focusing on how we want to play, and hopefully deliver the win on Sunday.
What have you made of them? Have you seen much of them?
No, I haven't seen much of them, but just what you read a bit about in the paper and so forth, and so we'll have a good look at them early in the week, and sort out our matchups and how we're going to play. As I said, you can't look any further than this game that's coming up.
Is it a difficult task at all playing? You might go up against a young forward like Cameron or Patton that you've seen nothing of. Does that change your preparation at all?
Oh no, from week to week it's the same. Personally, I'll look at my opponent early in the week, and whoever that is, get a good handle on how they play, how they move, what their strengths and weaknesses are. So from that point of view, I don't think anything changes. Just from week to week, you prepare the same way.
Michael Walters, not a bad return from him yesterday.
Yeah, it was excellent. It's a credit to him the way he's gone about his return to AFL football, and he's certainly really grown up in the last few months, and I think he's really got his head around what it takes to compete at this level. So He was sensational yesterday. You know, we've always been aware of his extraordinary skill and talent, and it was great that he could showcase a bit of that yesterday.
Very dangerous up there with Hayden both lurking around Pav's feet.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's you know, we're just so thrilled that Michael could come back and do what he did, and we always knew he was a great talent, and so if he can continue to deliver the way he did yesterday, and on the training track as well, and around the club, and just live it, you know, that elite lifestyle that we want him to live, he'll be great for this club.
Has he?
Are you any closer to the complete performance, Luke? Because people would have probably on paper expected you to win the last 2 games, and the same with the next 2. Do you think you're better closer to putting together a real 4-quarter game?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only 4-quarter game we've put together is probably against Richmond a few weeks ago in Melbourne. So, you know, that's something we continue to work towards. And again, you know, we were a bit sloppy early in the game yesterday, and so that's not ideal for us. And we'll, you know, for the Fremantle Football Club, it's about improvement, it's about growth, and so we'll continue to strive towards, you know, being a consistent side that can put together 4 quarters.
Seems as though things are starting to turn with Walters coming back and Fife back in round 18. Ross said yesterday shoulders looking very good.
Yeah, you know, I mean, to get Fife back would be sensational. He's probably the next week or 2 away as well. So, you know, to get a player of his calibre back in the side will certainly pay dividends, I'm sure. So, yeah, the more guys can get back, and we know Sandilands is still a little way off, but yeah, we want to be really, you know, up and going into the last few rounds of the season.